House Matovey. That's on the HA. God said, let us drink. Nicole. House Nicole. Keep it locked. What is good, everyone? What is good? Look at God. Look at God. Let me get my light in here together, y'all. I have to give it up to production tonight. We are on point. We did better tonight. So tonight we are going to be talking about darkness is coming. Are you ready? The darkness is coming. Are you ready? I need to know if you're ready, people, my peeps. I, first of all, want to say that I truly don't want to be a fear monger. You know, I'm not here to instill like fear into anyone. I am just here to help you guys out, you know, just enlighten you on what is going on. And I don't know if you know, the people, residents in Texas, that there has been another power outage as we speak. Okay, as we speak. So let's get into why I am talking about darkness is coming. The whole world seeing Texas go, you know, the power outage, the grid go down. Well, guess what? Summer is upon us. It's here. Blazing temperatures. The grid has gone down again, y'all. So let me bring Mr. Christopher Green up to the screen. Let's get over here. So this is Christopher Green. He has a show called AMTV, and he talks about prepping. He also offers prepping kits, and he brings up-to-date news. So I want you guys to listen to Mr. Green really quick. Let's get into this.
This is coming from the media right now. This is breaking news and kind of timely. The Texas power grid is stabilizing, but more than 300,000 people still remain without electricity. This is, of course, affecting the elderly. It's affecting small children that might be sensitive to heat. This is something to keep in mind. Now, Texas is now generating enough energy so that it doesn't have to force electricity providers to cut power at people's homes. But around 325,000 customers were still enduring outages Thursday afternoon and into Friday today on the 18th from Governor Greg Abbott spoke. But what's really interesting about this story, and I want to hear your thoughts about this, is that it appears, this is broken by the Daily Dot, also have a Reuters article, and also MSN talking about this heat wave. It appears that ERCOT, if I'm saying that correctly, the major power provider in Texas, is actually remotely controlling.
That's right.
Think about this for a minute. Remotely controlling, and I want to hear from you if you live in Texas, the temperature gauge in your house and raising temperatures against the temperature preset of the homeowner paying for that electricity. So this is what it looks like if you nest.
Okay, I'm going to pause it right there. If you did not hear Christopher, Texas has another power outage, y'all. It's going down right now. Now, what Christopher is talking about is that they are able to control your temperature, your thermostat. If you have one of those smart thermostats in your homes, they are controlling your thermostat. Listen to this.
Based system or a system on that type of grid, they're raising temperatures without the home actual knowledge. So let's get into this. Power companies in Texas totally raising temperatures inside of some customers' homes amid the state's ongoing energy shortage. Houston resident Brandon English, whose home has an internet-connected smart thermostat installed, was shocked to learn of the practice after his wife and his infant daughter woke up in a sweat. Now, this should be pretty concerning. Obviously, if you've got young kids, and all of us parents out there know if you're putting your kids to bed, you like to keep the temperature a nice temp, but could raise a lot of safety concerns if it's getting too hot for, like, let's say, an infant in their room, because temperatures are being remotely adjusted by a power company, whether or not this ERCOT or any other power company. I mean, this could potentially cause
everyone,
a lot
and
of
welcome.
bodily harm. Again, for those of you out in the great state of Texas, experience this? Is this happening now? Do you have power?
So I want to know, do you have power right now? A lot of people might not think that this is going to be as bad as it was when it was wintertime. But I want to sit here today and tell you it can be even worse, because the heat can kill. And if they are raising and controlling your heat, your air condition remotely, that is very dangerous. And who gave them permission to control your air? Come on now. Come on now. So this was breaking today. I added this actually into the discussion tonight because Christopher came on yesterday and he was talking about it was, I think, Australia once again. Their whole grid went down. So I'm going to let him finish this, and he's going to go into talking about Australia.
Please let us know what's going on. I want to hear from you on the ground. Speaking with KHOU 11, a local news station, English stated that despite his wife turning down the temperature before taking a nap with their 3-year-old, the temperature in their home rose significantly. Quote, they'd been asleep long enough that the house had already gotten to 78 degrees. It was approaching 80 degrees in their home. So they all woke up sweating. English, who expressed concerns over for his young child to overheat and hydrate. Obviously, if you're sweating a lot profusely, and depending on how the parents had maybe dressed that child, the power.
Sorry if the audio
and
is
thermostats are
breaking
being raised,
up.
that could cause a lot of problems. Said that his wife later received a text alert message noting that the thermostat had been remotely altered during a 3-hour energy saving event. So they got a text message after saying that the power company had done this. Now the same thing is happening in the heightened summer months, June 18th, 2020. People are sweating literally out of their homes, and it appears, this, again, I'll put the links here in the box below. Reuters News, MSN, Daily Dot, and also KHO 11 reports that this is being remotely controlled.
Dangerous.
Large power companies and these new thermostat technologies are overriding the free will of its actual users. So that's pretty much it, but it's just a constant.
Okay, so if you are in Texas and you're experiencing power outages right now, please put a fire emoji in the chat, okay? Because this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Hello. Let me see. I'm going to put your comments on the board. Glad you are trying to get the word out. I am, like I was saying earlier, I don't want to be like trying to scare anyone, but some people don't realize what is taking place, So, hey, get your water. That's right. Start stacking that water. And I would also suggest that you start going and getting fans. A fan that you can put the battery in. I've seen the fans that go on the neck and all of that. So I suggest you all start getting this stuff. This is not a game. We cannot just be watching TV and hanging out and thinking that the world is A-okay again. Okay. So I'm going to skip a little bit and let me see if I can get. Oh, can y'all see this right there? Hold on. Let me show you this really quick.
Just a reminder again.
Hold on. Let me go back. Do you see this? It says TXU Energy. Dial back and help make a difference. I got this actual text on my phone on Wednesday or Thursday. I got this text on my phone, and I was like, "What are they talking about?" And then I got a letter saying, please make sure you keep your thermostat at least 70. And I really wasn't, tuning in and picking up on what was going on. But the grid is going down once again, everyone. The grid in Texas is going down. So let's see what happened in let me get to it. Hold on. Here we go.
This is coming from the media. It's early. Please share this video. BBC News, NBC News, ABC News.
This is Australia.
Reuters, AP, Australian news. Major Australian banks go down. Major website outage. Many of the apps on people's cell phones not working. No access to funds.
Pause. Pause. This was yesterday. Okay. Australia's whole system went down. That is why the title is what it's called. Lights out. Darkness is coming. I'm not playing no games here. I am truly trying to let you know that there is something going down. This is not just happening just because. We just had a cyber attack a few months ago on Google. Australia's whole banking system went down. Now, let me say this to you. With COVID being out here, do you remember I don't know if any of you guys came across some store saying, "Oh no, we don't want to accept any cash because of COVID." Remember that? I'm going to tell you right now, you should go and you should get money out your bank just to have just cash on hand.
Funds sending many Australians who have already been locked down for longer than a year. This is some of the hardest hit part of the world. And now this.
Excuse that.
Customers reporting problems with banks, including ANZ, Westpac, St. George, ME Bank, Allianz, and the Commonwealth Bank. Banking apps were also unavailable. Airlines also affected. Suffering outages. Disruption began about 14:10 Sydney time. Australia Post. The Postal Service was hit too, so basic services as well as Virgin Australia, the country's second biggest carrier. Airlines affected, suffering short-term outages. We saw, I think it was Southwest, I could be wrong about that, shutting down like 200 outbound, outgoing flights recently. Southwest Airlines, United Airlines, Delta Airlines were among them. Now, people believe, this is what's coming out so far, this has to do with a cloud backup server called Akamai. Another competitor to this, something I actually use for my own websites, called Cloudflare. Akamai provides one of the world's largest content delivery networks. These are called CDNs. They're basically like backup image servers to keep everything live and operational.
Customers of St. George, CommBank, Westpac and Australia Post experiencing outages. Some businesses couldn't process transactions.
We lost a few sales from that, but yeah. It just said that CommBank was down.
Airlines in Australia and overseas affected.
Even if you're trying to renew your registration or renew your licence, you couldn't do that either.
As the chaos was unfolding, the Home Affairs Minister was being questioned about cyber attacks.
Now, we've all seen how devastating it can be when a critical system is taken offline.
The Minister issuing a blunt warning.
They are on notice, and the full extent of Australia's intelligence and law enforcement capabilities are being aimed directly at them.
The word from those cyber authorities on today's outage, they're aware of reports and monitoring the situation.
It's believed the outage was sparked by an issue with global service provider Akamai. Companies were able to get back in business by seeking an alternate customer platform.
You take it for granted just how easily you can access your bank account and all of these other services. So yeah, absolutely, when it's not there, you certainly notice it.
Breaking news out of Queensland now with that
major power outage. And this is not just power outage that happened in Australia, you guys. This actually, they didn't have access to their banking, their money. If you're stuck at a airport and you only have plastic in your wallet, how are you going to get food? You know what I'm saying? How are you going to move around, maneuver? We need to take this serious because to me, and this is my opinion, I don't think this is just happenstance. I don't think that this is just happening because I think these are test sites. And I was saying that before Texas went cold because Mexico power had went out before Texas power went out when we went into that cold winter we had. Okay, guys? If you don't remember that, Mexico's power grid had went out before Texas power grid went out. Before you know it, all of the power grids will be out. Australia's whole system went out. If they're not trying to test to see who will be able to survive and who will not, I don't know what to tell you because that is what it's looking like to me. So Texas, right now, your power grid is out in certain parts. Don't be comfortable because it's not hitting you right now. So I just want to show you a couple of things that I have on hand. These are old school camping tactics, camping survival techniques. I suggest you have some of these things in your house. Don't think that somebody is going to come rescue you. You people in Houston, you people in Dallas, you remember when that snow came? Did anybody come rescue you? No. This is a camping light lantern, an old school camping lantern. You can get these from Walmart and you can get the oils. I don't know if you can see the name because the light is bright, y'all. And you can get the oil. I would get it and have it in my home, y'all. I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm really not trying to be funny. This, just because I don't like old bulky stuff like the lantern you just seen, this is another lantern. It takes these wicks right here. I have this too in my bedroom. Yes, indeed, with the little bottle to fill oil in and have it close. If you think that somebody's going to rescue you when the lights go out and the food starts to spoil and people start knocking on your door, they might not even knock. People's whole demeanor change in a time of crisis. Their whole demeanor change. I was recommended a movie to watch called it was an end time movie. Something green. I guess they had ran out of food. Guys, if you're not stocking up at least on canned goods and water, you're going to be hurting yourself and your family. If you don't have basic stuff, when the lights go out, we might have to go back to being primitive. And this is not that primitive. This is better than sitting in the dark, in the heat. Get you some fans, the ones with the batteries, guys. Texas grid is down. Elderly are already dying. They are controlling your thermostats, remotely. Guys, take heed to these warnings because that's what they are. They are warnings. Don't be the ant that played all summer. Be the grasshopper that stored up and got his food. I hope y'all remember that story. I wanted to come to you guys really quick tonight to bring you this report. Darkness is coming. Darkness is coming. They are not just testing everybody's grids for nothing. Be wise and stock up on your essentials.